Welcome to the official Google Shopping course for Shopify Dropshipping stores. This is going to be a long video, but the value inside this video is going to be insane. I've covered pretty much everything A to Z about Google Shopping, right from like creating a Google Shopping account all the way to product selection, finding awesome products, then actually advertising them and scaling your campaigns. Every single thing you need to know about Google Shopping, especially for beginners, this course is going to be awesome. But since this is a long course, I've actually mentioned in the description several different timelines that you can refer to later. You can watch the video as you want. You can watch it in one go, or you can watch it in parts and keep executing what I keep teaching. This video has actually been in the planning and the works for almost a month now. It's been a while. So I'm super excited to finally release this. I hope you find this helpful. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. And without making you wait, let us begin. Ready? So let's officially begin the Google Shopping free course for Shopify Dropshipping stores. Now remember, even though this says it's for Shopify Dropshipping stores, a lot of concepts here can be applied to standard e-commerce stores. If you're running a traditional branded e-commerce store, if you're sourcing from local suppliers, it can be applied to all sorts of e-commerce based situations, not just Shopify Dropshipping stores. And in fact, if you're, let's say, running a Magento or a WooCommerce dropshipping store or any kind of e-commerce store, you should be able to apply most of the concepts that I teach here. So pay attention to everything I have to say. Don't skip ahead, and also make sure you're taking notes at every single step because I'm going to cover a lot of information here. So let's start off with what's the big deal about Google Shopping ads. Well, Google Shopping ads run through the Google Ads interface. It used to be called Google AdWords earlier. They renamed it to Google Ads now, and it is a search oriented approach. So what happens is when people search for a specific product on Google, Google then shows related like shopping ads that match that keyword that was searched. So there's a big difference between Facebook ads and Google ads, and I'll be coming to that in just a bit. But before we continue, I want to show you some examples. Now, because I'm based in India and because a lot of the training that I'll do for you guys will be for targeting United States, so I've just opened up like a proxy here, which lets me browse Google here. So let's search for a keyword. It can be a product name keyword, right? It has to be search oriented. So when people search for a specific product on Google, specific product keywords on Google, then the shopping results are shown for the browsers and the shoppers to actually click on and then buy from the stores. So it is definitely powerful. It does have a lot of promise. So let's dive in with some examples. The first thing I'm going to do is search for rose beer. So rose beer was a very hot kind of a product in January and February of 2019. It's basically a beer made of roses. So I'm just going to type rose beer, which was a hot product in January and February of 2019. So as you can see, it just shows one result here, the DIY purple classic rose beer that's been advertised by Flower Teddy Bear. And as you can see, it says sponsored here. So these are like Google Shopping results. It comes up sometimes on the right hand side. It comes up sometimes on top of the search results right here. And let's see, if you click on shopping right here, it's going to show us more. Or if we click on more on Google, so it's going to show us more results for this particular keyword. And these are all sponsored. So as you can see, Flower Teddy Bear, QQIO. So these are all advertisers who are advertising on the Google Shopping platform, the Google Ads platform for Google Shopping. And then you can see the results here. So let's search for another keyword. Let's say people are searching for pillowcases and they want to buy pillowcases. So if you just type in pillowcases right here, now because I'm on a proxy, so the things might not work like as it's supposed to. So if you're actually in the US and you're trying this out, you're probably going to see some results come up on top. But in any case, we can just click on the shopping tab that comes at the top here. And that's going to take us to all the shopping results that are for this particular keyword. So as you can see, Brooklinen, Walmart, Land's End, THS6, Silk. So these are all stores that are selling using Google Shopping ads. So that's exactly what we want to do, place our products inside these Google Shopping search results so that when people search for these products, they can come to our store and then buy them. So now here's the big question. What's the difference between Facebook ads and Google Shopping ads? Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I talk a lot about Facebook ads. I've been talking about it and showing you guys how to run Facebook ads for a long time now. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go through some objective analysis analysis that I've done, because I've been running Google Shopping ads. I've also played around with Facebook ads quite a bit. So I know the ups and downs and what are the differences between the two, because these are both different platforms. They do have some similarities, and I'll be talking about each of these points one by one. Now, the first difference you're going to notice is interests versus keywords. With Facebook ads, you're dealing with interests because you put in an interest or related interest, and then what Facebook does, it's got a database of people who match that particular interest, and then it shows your ad to that particular database of people. Now, when you target Google Shopping ads, you're targeting specific keywords. So what you're doing is the product that you add to the store, that is exactly what's being imported inside your Google Shopping ads feed, and then that is exactly what's shown to people. So when people search for particular product names, then your ad is shown. So what this means is when people are actively searching for a product keyword, they either want like more information about it, let's say they want to learn how it works or what it does or some more information, or they want to buy that particular product. And our goal is to target those buyers so that our conversion rates are pretty solid. The other difference you're going to notice is in ad creatives. The coolest part about Google Shopping ads is you don't need any ad creative. It is an advantage as well as a disadvantage. An advantage because you don't need to spend time, money, or effort into building like video ads or image ads or creatives that you need to do when you're running Facebook ads. When you're running Google Shopping ads, all that comes up is your product image as well as the product title inside the Google Shopping ad results, so that's what people see. You're not actually building out a proper ad for it, so that does save you some time. Now, while this is an advantage, the disadvantage is, now these are the only 3 standout things inside the search results, because let's say there are 5 results coming on Google Shopping results for a particular product. All of them have pretty much the same image, pretty much the same title, pretty much the same price. So then it's just a matter of who gets the click and who gets the sale. But in terms of when you're doing an ad, you can actually make it unique, make your own ad creative so that you stand out and you can grab those sales. So it's of course an advantage as well as a disadvantage in terms of ad creatives. In terms of product selection, now with Facebook ads, what you're looking for are impulse buys, right? Because Facebook ads is all about that social medium, that social platform where people are scrolling, people see something they like, they see an ad that they're like, wow, what did I just see? I want this product. And then they have that impulse buy. Google Shopping ads, on the other hand, is all about being on the right place at the right time, because you want to make sure your ad is shown for the keyword that is like buyer intent keywords, and then just get the sale, close the sale. Let's talk about pricing, because pricing is one key difference when it comes to running Facebook ads as well as Google ads. Now think about this. With Facebook ads, because people are just seeing your ad and then they're going over to your store, so then they can actually buy the product, and they either, if it's a low ticket item, they won't do some price analysis. But on the Google Shopping search results, you have 5 slots competing, 5 or sometimes even 6 slots, you're competing for that price, right? Because if the image is the same, the title is the same, so what you want is to be priced competitively so that your price, your listing stands out, so that you get the click and then close the sale. Now, since pricing is such a big factor for GSA, so I'm going to be dealing with all the price metrics inside this video in just a bit. Now, let's bust some myths, because when it comes to Facebook and Google Shopping, there's all sorts of comparisons that keep going on, and I don't want you to be confused. I want you to have the right approach in terms of dealing with Facebook as well as Google Shopping ads. Now, here's the thing. There's a big myth going on, which is the conversion rate myth, and I've tested this. I've seen a lot of other people who are running Google Shopping ads. I've seen their conversion rates, and basically the thing is that what a lot of people say, especially people who are actually selling courses on Google Shopping ads, they're like, Google Shopping ads is the highest conversion rate ever. Now just think about it. People are searching for a product keyword, they land on your store because they're actually searching for their product, so you're going to have a better conversion rate. It doesn't work that way. So I've actually tested this heavily, and I've seen that in terms of conversion rates, it just matters product to product, day to day, time to time, but it's not like Google Shopping ads is going to deliver a better conversion rate than, let's say, you have a winner on Facebook. Because I've seen sometimes even like Facebook winners have a much higher conversion rate than Google Shopping ads ever could. Now, it just sounds good in theory that people are searching for a product and then they're going to land on a page. But because there are so many different product keywords, because there's so many different searches, so you actually end up wasting a lot of money on Google Shopping ads on a lot of different keywords as well. I'm going to be telling you inside this video how to get rid of a lot of like bad keywords and stuff. My goal is to make sure that you have the highest conversion rate with Google Shopping ads. But listen, don't confuse these two platforms like Facebook has a better conversion rate or Google has a better conversion rate. It just matters of product to product, niche to niche, a lot of different factors, and there is absolutely no guarantee that every single product on Google Shopping will have a better conversion rate than on FB. It's just not true. The other myth I want to bust is that Google Shopping ads is better than Facebook. Now listen, both have their advantages and disadvantages. I'm not bashing on any one of them. Now with Facebook ads, as you know, you have to test a lot of different products in order to find your winners. It's the same with Google Shopping ads. Now if you've seen some screenshots of some gurus showing that they have a 10 ROAS, but they won't show you like the entirety of their account, because a lot of people have to test a lot of different products and then find their winners. It's the same thing as with Facebook. Now the winner concept is slightly different when it comes to Google Shopping, and I'll be covering that in just a bit. But what you have to understand is like you need to have a good amount of testing budget for both Facebook ads as well as Google ads. It's not like Google Shopping ads is better than Facebook. It's just a matter of preference. The advantage that Facebook ads has is the advantage of scale. Now think about it. Let's take the example of rose beer. It was in trend for a couple of months, but now the trend is dying down because Valentine's Day is over. So the searches are going to decline. So you cannot get sales if you wanted to. Like you can get a limited amount of sales, but let's say you wanted to scale, you're getting let's say 30 sales a day right now with the rose beer, right? With Google Shopping ads. Let's say you wanted to get 100 sales per day. You probably won't be able to do it, because even after all optimization, let's say even if you're ranked number 1, you're limited by the number of searches that particular keyword gets. And if the searches are on a decline, less number of people are searching for it, so your ad will be shown less and less number of people are going to buy it. Let's say you have a problem solving product with Facebook ads that can be targeted broadly to a lot of different people. So you can just scale it to the moon. And we've seen a lot of people do it. I've been doing it myself for a long time. So scalability is not an issue with Facebook ads, but with Google, you're restricted by the number of people who are searching for those particular product keywords. But in terms of scale, what you can do with Google Shopping, which is an added advantage, is that you can add a lot of different products and you can have a lot of different winners, which I'll be covering in just a bit. Now, here's the important part, pricing. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you need to be competitive, you need to be relevant, because this is not Facebook. Shoppers can see your price along with other stores on that very same page. Let's say there are 5 stores coming up for a particular search result on Google. You can see the price for all of those stores, and then it's just a matter of getting the click, and whoever is priced like competitively. It's not like you have to be the lowest price out of all of them. Even if you have like a mid-tier price, even if you're priced competitively along with the competition, you should be good, because what you're looking for is hitting that sweet spot. Now I have a pricing formula that I call the price validation model, and it's going to come in handy when you're doing your product research for Google Shopping ads, because remember, the strategies are going to be different for Facebook as well as Google Shopping ads. The product selection criteria is widely different. So here's the price validation model. I'm going to give you an example right now, and when we're actually doing product research, I'm going to show you exactly how this plays out. Consider a 4% conversion rate. I'm being very generous with this. Some products have 2%, some have 1%, some have 6%. Let's just consider a 4% conversion rate. And what you need to do is get a cost per click from the Google Keyword Planner. If you don't know what the Google Keyword Planner is, just put Google Keyword Planner inside Google, you'll come to that tool. So it basically, you put in a keyword inside the Google Keyword Planner. It shows you the average cost per click that generally people are paying, and that gives you the CPC, the cost per click. And what the model follows is that your price needs to be 25% higher than the total cost. Now, how do you calculate the total cost? In terms of 40-cent cost per click, let's say, for example, there's a 40-cent cost per click. So you're basically spending $10 for 25 visitors, and because 1 out of 25 people are buying, 4% conversion rate. So you have one sale that comes after spending $10 on ads. Now, let's say your sourcing cost for that same product is $10. Now, it can be sourced from either a Chinese supplier, a US supplier, anywhere you're sourcing from. I'm just calculating the cost. Now, this cost has to be the sourcing cost plus the shipping cost to the customer. So whatever your sourcing plus shipping cost is, whatever is coming out of your pocket to fulfill the order, that is the sourcing cost. So let's say that's $10, and then what you have to do is add both of them. So the total cost is of course sourcing cost as well as the Google Shopping ads cost, which comes out to $20. So your product price has to be at least 25% higher than that, because listen, you want to make a little bit of margin. So your product price has to be a minimum of $25. So when you're doing your product research, if a product does not meet this price validation criteria, let's say all the other listings for that same product are, let's say, $15 or $20, you shouldn't advertise that product. They've either figured out like a top tier supplier, or they're dealing with volume, or they're doing something else so that they can get the product sourced for cheap, or they're paying very little for Google Shopping ads. So they're doing something really, really right in order to get that low pricing and still be profitable. But because we're looking at a generic example, because we're looking from a holistic overview, we need to make sure that we are at least in profit. If all the other products on the search results are like $28, $23, $22, $29, so then you can hit that sweet spot with the $25 price point and then add that product to your Google Shopping feed. Now let's look at a broader outlook of how the Google Shopping ads thing actually plays out. Now remember, as I told you earlier, you're looking for multiple winners. You're not looking for that one golden goose, one blockbuster winner as you were with Facebook ads. What you're looking for in Google Shopping ads is finding multiple winners that are small winners for you, that keep getting profitable sales daily, 1 or 2 sales, 3 or 4 sales, and hopefully getting that one big winner. So there is a big strategy difference in terms of thinking about Facebook ads and then thinking about Google Shopping ads. You should not expect to find like a one blockbuster winner. That is not your goal. Your goal is to find multiple small and decent winners and hopefully one big blockbuster winner, especially if you like ride the trend. And which brings me to like Google Shopping ads is a lot trend based. If you want that blockbuster winner, how do you find it? If you ride a trend wave, so if you add a product keyword into Google Trends, you'll see the trend chart coming up. If you ride the wave of a trend when it's going up, let's say the trend is going up and you enter at the, somewhere bottom there. So you'll be able to actually capture all these visitors, all these searches, especially if there's low competition and high trend going on. So then you might have a blockbuster winner on your hand. So try to find products that are either trending right now or are less competitive with limited searches. So let's say there's a product that gets 50,000 searches and it's highly in trend. So and there's less competition. That's awesome. But even if you have a product that has like 1,000 searches per month, but it can still be profitable for you because let's say the competition is lesser or they're not many people actively advertising that particular product. So you can actually capture that audience also and start getting those 1, 2 sales, 3 sales per day. So there are a lot of different things when it comes to like Google Shopping ads, like how your ad is shown to people. And I'm going to be talking about all these ranking factors. So what you have to think about is SEO. Now, if you don't know what SEO is, search engine optimization, where you optimize your website to get better rankings in the search results organically. So when people search for results, it's not the paid part of the results, but the organic part of results, the free traffic. So think SEO, because Google is primarily a search oriented company. So if your product page is keyword optimized, so whatever your product keyword is, let's say the rose bear. So if you have like rose bear inside the title, your product page has rose bear and all the related keywords along with rose bear inside the description, inside tags, your meta title description, your images have all tags in them, all of them with that particular keyword. I'll be dealing, if you're getting confused right now, don't worry about it. I'll be dealing with all of these complex terms in just a bit. But basically, as you remember, like Facebook ads is all about engagement, right? That's the bidding factor here. So if your ad gets a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of shares, so your ad costs start to go down, your CPM start to go down, so you're able to make it big with Facebook ads. But because Google Shopping does not give you that added advantage of having a creative, the only creative you have is the product image. So either your product image or title or price really stands out so that you get more clicks and lower cost per clicks. So what you need to remember is Google Shopping ads is all about optimizing your title, your description, your images, your everything and your price when it comes to getting that listing the best possible so that you capture most of the clicks there, so that you can get a lower cost per clicks and better position in the Google shopping results. Because let's say there are 100 people who are advertising for a particular product name. Who's to say what ranking you're going to get? So your goal should be to optimize your feed, to optimize your product page so that when it lands up on Google, it has that shiny top 3 position in the Google shopping results so that you capture a lot of clicks at a lower cost per click. In the latter part of the video, I'm going to be covering optimization in extreme detail. So this is going to be the holy grail portion of the video where I'm going to teach you about product research. Do not underestimate this portion. We've actually taken a lot of time to come up with our own strategy for this, and I'm going to call this the BackTrack Method. This one method that I'm going to teach you is all that you need to do awesome product research. Now, this is of course a combination of a lot of different factors, and I've tried to make it in a way that everybody can actually follow along with this product research method and find like consistently new products to advertise using Google Shopping every day, right? So what is the BackTrack method all about? Well, core essence of it is to basically start with a one product keyword, or start with at least one product that you think is going to be advertised in Google Shopping ads that might be a dropshipping kind of a product. Then what you have to do is find dropshipping stores in Google Shopping ads. So you'll basically put that keyword inside Google. If you're not from the US, then you're going to use a proxy and then search, and then you're going to find dropshipping stores from the list of shopping results that actually come up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to find out more and more products that those other stores are advertising. And then what you're going to do is you're going to check Google Trends for that product. You're going to check the Google Keyword Planner for seeing the number of searches. It needs to have at least 1,000 searches per month, right? We don't care. We are not looking for products that are getting like 1 million searches a month. Even if a product only has like 1,000 searches a month, it is still decent enough volume to get a few sales every month. And hey, as I told you, this concept is about finding multiple small winners and hopefully a few decent and blockbuster winners. So what you have to do is then use the keyword planner, the Google Keyword Planner, to see how many searches it gets, because that is the most accurate one out there. You might use Keywords Anywhere or other extensions, but those have very little data. And what I've seen is that when you use the Google Keyword Planner, you get the updated results, updated searches, what a keyword is actually getting. And then of course you want to try out the price validation model that I just explained a while ago. So you want to try it out if it actually fits, if you can sell the product price competitively in the marketplace, then you're going to select it. Then what you're going to do is then find more keywords from the stores that you just found. So basically, because you found other dropshipping stores, so what you're going to do is then try to find out what other products those stores that are already advertising on Google Shopping are actually selling with Google Shopping. Like not just one product, right? They might be selling 50 different products. So our goal is to find out those products, especially their top products. So how does all of this play out? So let me just tell you a few ideas and how you can actually get started with this entire method. Now, remember, I know a lot of you guys are going to be out there hunting for the best selling items or the most trending items. So for that, of course, you want to leverage Amazon bestsellers. So if you go to Amazon, just search for Amazon bestsellers inside Google, and then you're going to see this page come up. Now you can of course go into any category. It's going to show you the bestsellers of that category. You can even go to movers and shakers. These are the products that have actually moved up quite a lot. So they are actually trending according to Amazon. So that is also pretty insane. So you can go inside any category. Let's go inside, let's say, office products, and we're going to see all the movers and shakers. So this chair is now number one. Its sales rank is 307. Previously it was unranked, right? So you see here all of these stamps are getting suddenly are selling quite a bit. This footrest, this seems like one of those dropshipping products out there. So it was 835, but now it is 185. So this might be actually getting some traction. So you go inside all of these categories, check out the movers and shakers, also check out the best sellers inside each category. You can even check out the most wished for. So what this does is it starts giving you a lot of ideas, because there are a lot of products out there, guys. Now this is not like Facebook, if a product is trending, if it is an impulse buy or something like that. Google Shopping is much different. You're not really looking for impulse buys. People are already searching for that product, right? So you want to actually get in the trend. So there are a lot of ideas out there, and then of course you want to go into AliExpress and try to find other best-selling products from there. So you go inside any category. So you go inside any category. Let's say again, let's go to toys. Okay, toys and hobbies. So then let us look at some of the most some of the top items that are coming in right now, because what AliExpress does is it automatically recommends like the items that you're most likely to purchase. So it automatically picks up like the most trending products out there that are selling quite a bit, because of course they want you to make that purchase. Again, going back to the rabbit hole method that I explained earlier. So you get to find some new ideas from here, right? Like this Barbie doll is, of course, you don't want to advertise Barbies, but this seems interesting. This is like a base plate for small bricks, got quite a lot of orders as well. So then what you want to do is, when you've got like one product that you have actually found out that you want to try out. So for example, let's that foot thing that I saw earlier, let me just try that out. Let me go to movers and shakers. Let me go to office products. And it was this product right here. It's a portable travel footrest. Okay, so let's try and figure out what the number of searches for this product is. So the way I do that is I go inside the Google Keyword Planner, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to get search volume and forecast. I'm going to do portable travel footrest. Portable footrest. I think that's the easier keyword, footrest. Okay, get started. All right, so you see here, what this shows me is that in India, I don't want to search India, man. I want to do United States, baby. United States. Nobody be buying portable footrests in India. All right, so here we go. So we have United States selected here. Search network is Google, and then you have got all languages selected. We want to do, of course, oh, that's fine. So you can get 20 clicks for $25. So you see this figure is the most important here, because even the portable footrest shows like a volume of 110. This is not the most accurate. The most accurate one is this one. Like the number of impressions this kind of product is supposed to get. This is your forecast basically, right? So what you can do is actually you can group a lot more other keywords, right? So you can actually add a lot more other keywords. So here let's do travel footrest. I might be actually going because I've never searched for this product, so just carry on footrest. So let me just type that on as well. Carry on footrest. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to try out all these keywords. So now what I've got is 930 impressions that are coming. Decent enough, 1000 impressions. That the amount I told you was like 1000 impressions. So that's good enough. It does meet our criteria right there, but it does not end here. All right, this is where actually things start to begin for us, because our goal is to not find one product at a time. We want to hit the holy grail, because we want to find other dropshipping stores that are selling this product and then try to find out what other products they are selling, because that is going to be awesome. Because if somebody is actually advertising a product on Google Shopping, then it might be it's working for them. All right, so that's our goal. That's what we want to find out. So how does it all play out? Well, what you want to do is that, let me just take this keyword, travel footrest, right? This is a travel footrest. Let's do this. Ooh, search. Yeah, I found it. So you got 1373, 1193. So one thing I already something that I believe is going to be a problem. So let's do travel footrest. The pricing might be a problem because Amazon is already searching for such a little amount. All right, so this is costing us $5.41, including e-packet. Not bad. So we can actually price it for like 12 bucks or 13 bucks. We can be competitive with what Amazon is showing us. You also have like the Walmart here with almost 12 bucks. So even if you do like $12, $13, I think it should be a competitive slot here. But our goal is to not look at Amazon and Walmart. Our goal is to find out other dropshippers who are selling this same product, right? So let me just check this out. How do I get to know like whether a product is being sold by a dropshipping store or not? Generally, the name gives it away, right? You can of course open up each of these links. So whenever this something comes up, so let's say this beer stock. So basically what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the link from this, and then I'm going to basically just put it inside here. I'm going to remove all of this, make it like this. So there we go. This is beer sort of coming up, and this definitely seems like one of the dropshipping stores, even though this is a clean store, but doesn't seem like it is like a branded store, because they're using like the basic theme here. And yeah, Yep, this does seem like a store that is dropshipping right now because it's basically an assortment of all the AliExpress products out there. So now that we've found out this store, right? So our goal is to find out what other products are they advertising. So the way I like to do that is using 3 tools, and I'm going to show you right now. So you've got SimilarWeb, you've got SEMrush, and you've got SpyFu. So these are 3 tools. SimilarWeb is actually a free tool out there. So you can go to similarweb.com. You can paste in the URL of a particular store, and then it's going to come up. Now, sometimes it does not have any data because this might be actually a pretty new store, so it does not have any data to show you. So let me just follow this same approach and try to find some other stores based off of this searching method. The other way to find out products is something that I've already talked about so many times, and that is the Facebook searches 2.0 method. So I'm inside my screen right here. I've just typed in 50% off free shipping. So right now I see things like Omega projector, right? So this is a pocket projector. Then you have this product going around. I think this is the flawless one or something. So anyways, this is Brow Love. So you get a lot of options to see here. So let's just try out this particular product here. What is this? So this is the, I believe this is the, that epilator, the flawless thing. Hold on. Eyebrow epilator. All right, so let's just try this out, right? So we're going to put this eyebrow epilator inside, inside here. So we're going to edit this. There's another way of actually playing around with the keyword tool right here. So you go inside keyword ideas and then type in the keyword you want to type in. And then as you see here, what I've done is I've actually only shown closely related ideas here. So these are actually very, very closely related to the keyword I just typed in. And you see here, we have again over 1,000 searches here. So these are very closely related ideas. So this is actually on the rise also. So this actually might be a pretty good product to go after. So then what I want to do is then try it out inside, you guessed it, inside Google. So then I'm going to go here again. I'm going to paste in eyebrow epilator. Okay. So then this is going to show up. All right. So you see here, you have got finishing touch, flawless brow epilator, electric eyebrow trimmer stick. And you know, this is the flawless epilator. So this is actually something that has been selling for quite a while now. So if we go inside Google Trends also, we can actually see flawless epilator. Let's just search for this and let's see what happens here. Ooh, you see here, it's actually on the rise. It's actually something that is picking up right now. And I believe if we go inside our keyword ideas here, let's type in flawless epilator. Ooh, interesting. So even this is a decent amount of searches here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go inside eyebrow epilator right here, and then I'm going to try and figure out what, what sort of products are selling here, what sort of dropshipping stores are out there. So this again seems One Beauty Bio does seem like a dropshipping store. This project level online store, Smile Stuffs is 100% a dropshipping store. Just by looking at the names, you're able to figure out, like, let's just type in Smile Stuffs. Yeah, there you go. So this is again, again a dropshipping store out there. So let's just grab this link right here. Let me go inside SimilarWeb again. Let me type this again, and then let's see what comes up. And boom. So they do have some data on this, but it is actually not enough data, right? So this is basically to find out what other products are out there. So this is again Top Hatter. So let's try out Top Hatter by making sure this is also a dropshipping store. Top Hatter. All right, exclusive new deals. And yep, this does seem like a store that sells pretty much everything. So let me just put this inside our SimilarWeb app and boom, tophatter.com. But they also have like apps, right? So this is actually a pretty popular website. So this is not the kind of website we're looking for. We're looking for other dropshippers who are selling similar items. So let's just try out One Beauty Bio. All right, let me just search for this. Okay, onebeautybio.com. Okay, so I'm going to put this inside our SimilarWeb again to see what comes up, onebeautybio.com. And again, it does not have any data. So I actually found out, I just scrolled slightly to the bottom here and I saw Rainbow Prime, I saw All Hail Express, I see Rainbow Prime again, Pink Cocket. So I see a lot of dropshipping stores out there. So I just put inside allhailexpress.com inside similar web here and just see what comes up. So they do have search data. If you scroll down to the bottom to search, you're going to see 64.96 are paid keywords. Now this is the most powerful thing that I wanted to show you guys about SimilarWeb, that when you actually put inside a store that SimilarWeb has data for, it's going to show you all the other keywords they're advertising for. And that, my dear friends, is where the fun begins. So suddenly you're going to find a lot of other products that are actually being sold by this particular store on Google Shopping, and then you again go down the rabbit hole. So this, my dear friends, is the BackTrack method. Just to show you, so this is the sleep apnea cleaning machines. Okay, so this is something that they spend 32% of their traffic from paid comes from this, and they also have best lighters for weed. So anyways, let's go for sleep apnea cleaning machines. And suddenly, so let me just open up this sleep apnea cleaning machines. Let's do this. Seems like a high ticket item. Sleep apnea cleaning machines. You would have never thought of this product if you were just, searching on Google or just doing the Amazon bestsellers or something. Like, this is something that you would only find out using the BackTrack method. So now suddenly we find ourselves with a lot of products, similar looking products being advertised, and this does seem like, this is we're going to find a lot of like drop shipping stores also from here. It's just a matter like bunny tags and whatnot. So it's just a matter of like going through the listings that come up inside the search results, putting them inside SimilarWeb, finding out their other keywords also, and then you have a list of a lot of different keywords, a lot of different products that are actually being sold on Google Shopping by other dropshippers. And this is super duper powerful. Just hit that like button below if you found that powerful. So this was the BackTrack method, and I've actually followed the BackTrack method and finalized my list of products for my store that I'm going to use for advertising on Google Shopping just for this video. I'm going to be showing you every single thing straight up from launching a campaign to managing a campaign, showing you the inner stats, scaling up a campaign, showing you every single thing inside this video. So keep paying attention. So it's finally time to set up a Shopify store with Google Shopping ads. Now there are several steps you need to take, and I'm going to go over these one by one, and I'm going to show you exactly how everything is done so that you can follow along, because my goal with this course is to make sure that you can follow along and implement whatever I'm teaching you so that you can start running Google Shopping ads the right way in your business. So let's start off with Google Analytics. So you have to first off set up a Google Analytics account. If you don't have one, just log in using your Gmail or any other Google account, and then you can go to Google Analytics and then create a property. I'm going to create a property for this store of mine, and I'm going to just call it Wow Stamp. All right, and the website URL is going to be this. Industry category is going to be shopping. The time reporting can be United States. The time zone can be Los Angeles time. So as you can see, my tracking ID has been generated. I have the global site tag available right here. I'm going to copy all of this and then go inside my backend of my store, go inside preferences, where I'm going to paste in the Google Analytics account code, click on save, and then it's going to grab the analytics ID. As you can see, it has grabbed it. And we are also going to click use enhanced commerce and click on save. Just make sure you go inside data collection right here and make sure you're checked on remarketing and advertising reporting features. The next step is to sign up for Google Ads. In order to sign up for Google Ads, just go to ads.google.com. You'll come up with this page, click on start now and sign up for a Google Ads account. If you don't have a Google account, you can create a new account. If you already have a Google account, you can use your existing account, sign into your account, and then you'll be able to launch your new ads account. We'll be using this particular ad account that you create for our Google Shopping ads. Now, it's not just about signing for a Google Ads account. What you also need is a Merchant Center account and to link both your Merchant Center account along with your Google Ads account. So let me show you how this is done. All right, so I just went to merchants.google.com and it's asking me to sign in. I'm just going to create an account right now to manage my business. I'm going to call this Wow Stamp. I'm going to give the email address, that's our support@wowstamp.com. Going to give it a strong password, click on next, and then I'm going to verify this email address. I just went through a phone verification process. I'm going to agree on the privacy and terms, and that's pretty much it. My Google account has been created, and I'm going to use that to create my Merchant Center account. And as you can see, I'm logged in with my support@wowstamp email address. I'm going to use this to build out my business. I filled out some basic information. I'm going to click on continue. I'm going to agree to the terms and conditions. And now we have to verify our website with Google. So in order to do that, in order to verify our website, what we need to do is just paste in a slide tag. So since we are hosted on a Shopify store, so we can't actually upload this HTML right now. But what we can do is add HTML tag to our store. So just copy this entire thing right here, go to your online store, click on actions, edit code, and now it's going to take us to the theme editor where we can paste in the code. We click on theme.liquid, every theme should have this, and just before the head tag ends, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is where the head tag ends, and just above that, I'm going to paste in this meta tag that I just copied. I'm going to click on save, and that's pretty much it. Now, when I click on verify URL, it's going to actually verify whether the tag was actually installed on my store. And as you can see, it is now verified and claimed. I'm going to now finish this process so that I'm taken inside the merchant center. Now let's fill in some business information. Just click on business information tab on the left-hand side. Click on about your business, and here inside customer service contact, just enter your URL for the store as well as your support email address, and then make sure you save the changes. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go inside home, and this is the dashboard. So let me just refresh because it still says verify and claim your website URL. That has already been done. As you can see, it's pretty much done here. Now, before you start importing products to your Google Merchant Center, what you need to do is click on shipping so that you can set up a shipping zone. So we're going to click on add inside shipping services, and here we're going to give this the name free shipping. And we're going to select, we're going to just call this free shipping USA. The service area is going to be United States. And here the currency will be USD. There is no order cutoff time. Handling time takes anywhere between 2 to 5 days, and the transit time takes anywhere between 10 to 20 days. So these are the like standard e-packet shipping times. If you have faster shipping times or faster processing times, you can make sure to enter that. If you click on advanced settings, we don't have any minimum order value. The holiday shipping cutoff, again, we don't need to deal with this, but this is the important part here, shipping rates. So if we click on plus here, we can actually set up a shipping rate. We want to create a single rate for all orders, and this is going to be a fixed rate of 0.00. That's pretty much it. All orders have free shipping. Now let's click on continue. Now that I've saved the shipping rate, you see here free shipping USA, we have one shipping rate, which is all products, and it is basically free shipping. The currency is USD and the service area is United States. Now, if you want to advertise in other countries apart from USA, you want to click on this plus icon so that you can add that service area. Let's say you want to advertise in Finland. So you'll click on add the country Finland, add a shipping rate and save it so that Google knows what's your shipping rate inside Finland. So once that is done, we have to make sure our products are prepared for GSA. So what does this mean? You want to make sure all your titles, your images, your product URL, your descriptions, all of them are set up the right way so that they have the keywords inside them that you want to target. And all of those keywords you have probably already determined from the product research phase. So once you've done your product research, you know your keywords, you want to make sure those are prevalent inside your product page. Once your products are all set, now we move on to the next step, which is installing the Google Shopping app. Now, in order to install the Google Shopping app, we go inside apps and we click on visit Shopify App Store. Let's search for Google Shopping, and there we go. So the app that I'm going to recommend is this one. It's not the official Google Shopping app that's available from Shopify. What we want is this one, Google Shopping Feed, which has got a 21-day free trial, and this is by Simprocess Infomedia. This is again an Indian company, and these guys are doing a pretty fantastic job with this Google Shopping app because it's full of features. They have a pretty affordable pricing. They have a 21-day free trial, and up to 5 products is completely free. Up to 50 products, you have $2.99 per month. Up to 500 products, you have $4.99 per month. It's pretty awesome what reasonable pricing they offer. And they basically update your feed, they submit it to the merchant center, and they keep auto updating based on the new products that you add. It is auto submitted to the merchant center. Pretty awesome. It's automated, makes your life a lot easier. So let's click on this add app button here and add this app to our store. Let me click on install app, and boom, bada bim, bada boom, it's done. So it's going to take me to the dashboard of the Google Shopping Feed Shopify app. Now, in order to use this app, I need to be logged into the account with which my merchant center is associated. So the Google Shopping Feed app wants to access my account where it's going to manage my AdWords campaigns, manage my product listings and accounts for Google Shopping and all of the good stuff. So I'm going to click allow so that it has access to upload the feed directly onto the merchant center. So there we go. I'm going to choose the merchant center ID that's associated with my account here and then click confirm your account. That's pretty much it. It's going to verify whether the domain is active inside the Google Merchant Center. It's going to do its own thing. Domain has been verified. And now it's verifying shipping information in Google Merchant Center, pretty much it. So it says success, your Google Merchant Center has been connected successfully. Please follow the integration process, which allows you to define your feed optimization settings. Now, as you can see, it's pulled in a lot of my information here. Now I'm going to click on next step to configure and integrate my feed with the Merchant Center. Now in the first step, we want to sync settings from Shopify. Now in order to understand this, you leave on all the default settings. Now there are a few settings you need to change. The first is variant inclusion options. You want to make sure all variants are selected and you want to make sure the inventory management is set to all, and then move on to the default settings. We're going to select a product category. If you have a niche store, then you want to select the niche that appropriately applies to these categories here. But generally, home and garden should actually apply to most of the stores available, especially let's say you have a general store. The age group, we don't need to do that. No gender should be selected. Identifier management will be submit brand name, SKU and GTIN. We can click on the next step. You can leave these Google Sync settings on by default. For Google Sync settings, you can have the sale price with price that is enabled. You can have the UTM tags in URL enabled, and the product ID format will be the global format, which is the most common for Google Shopping. Inside Bing Sync settings, we don't want to use the Bing Merchant Center for now, so we can just skip on this. Now we are ready to sync our products. We have total 35 products that will be synced right now. So let's click on sync and that's pretty much it. Now, as you can see, they mentioned a note here, if you're submitting products for the first time, please wait for around 10 hours after this process is complete to start appearing products on Google, Bing or Facebook. Normally it takes 4 hours, but sometimes it may take up to 10 hours. So they are currently syncing products from Shopify. So based on the total products, this time may increase. So they're continuing their process in the background. We don't have to worry about it. We just leave this on. They're going to handle syncing our products off from our Shopify store with the Google Merchant Center so that all our products are submitted inside Google Merchant Center. And then once it is approved, then we can actually start running our ads as well. Now the approval time generally takes between a few hours. Sometimes I've even noticed it takes 1 or 2 days to get approved. But once your products are approved, then your ads will start running for those particular products. Now, after doing all of this, finally, the most important step is left. We are going to install the conversion pixel. Now, as with Facebook ads, Google also has a pixel that lets it track what sales are happening, what visitors are coming, lets you retarget people based on the people that landed on a page and took specific actions. A lot of different cool things. And it also shows you the conversion values when people actually check out. So it's going to be slightly technical, but I need you to pay attention to this part because it's very, very important. So the first time ever, welcome to the AdWords interface. So once you've signed up for your Google Ads account, you're going to land on your dashboard here. What we need to do is click on Tools and then go to Conversions. So here we go. See how Google Ads helps you achieve your goal. So we click on plus. So now we're going to create a conversion event. We're going to have website conversions right now. Now the category of the conversion is going to be purchase. The conversion name is going to be, let's say, WS purchase. It can be anything. You can just call it purchase or whatever name you want to give it. It's just for your reference. Now, value is going to be a different value for each conversion. Right? We don't want a default value. We just want a different value for each conversion because it's going to depend on what product they bought at what price point. The next, what we want to do is make sure the count is every. Conversion window is going to be 30 days. Now, conversion window is the time period after a person has taken action on your ad. So by default, it is 30 days. Now we can just leave it at 30 days right now. View through conversion window can be 1 day, including conversions. Yes. Attribution model is again a very tricky kind of a topic. Some people like to leave it at last click, which is if the sale came from the last click, then all of the credit goes to that particular ad. You could also do linear, where let's say a person had to go through 7 different clicks of your ad in order to actually get the purchase. So all of them are given like an equal preference. There's also a time decay where the first click has the lowest attribution, the last click has the major attribution. So let's say a purchase happened of a $20 attribution and a person had to go through like 4 clicks. So in this time decay, what would happen would be the last click that happened before they made the purchase would get the largest chunk of attribution. So out of $20, it will probably get like $10 or so. And then it will just keep reducing for every previous click. So when you look at data, so let's say they had to go through 3 different ads, 3 different campaigns, so the attribution would be evenly spread out. But it just makes things a little bit more complicated. In order to keep things simple, let's just keep it at last click, so that the last click they do before they make the purchase, that is given the entire attribution. Let's click on save and continue, and that's pretty much it. Now we want to install the tag. The conversion code has been created, so we want to install the tag ourselves. So what we want to do is install the global site tag first of all. So we're going to first off copy this entire thing, go inside our settings and then checkout. And then inside the checkout settings, if you scroll down below, you have additional scripts. That's where you need to paste this entire thing here. So we're going to paste this entire thing. But wait, there are 2 other lines that you need to paste. The first is this one, if first time accessed, and the second is this one, end if. So we are creating a if else condition, which if the person is accessing that checkout page for the first time in that session, so only then the tag should run. But otherwise, what's going to happen is, let's say they visit the purchase thank you page and then they refresh the page, they refresh it again. So it's going to keep tracking all of those sales, even though you're not actually making any money, and it'll hamper all your data. So we want to make sure your data is accurate. So for that, we paste this thing. I'm going to leave this entire code in the description below so that you can actually copy and paste and swipe off of it. Now we are not just done yet, because we need to go inside the event snippet here. It's going to come up on page load, and we're going to copy this entire snippet code and paste it right here, just above the end if. Now even here, you have to make some changes. You see here, value is $1, currency is USD, and transaction ID is blank. What we need to do is change all of this so that all of the data is captured accurately by AdWords. So we're going to paste this entire thing here. Value is the subtotal price money without currency. Currency is going to be the shop currency, which is of course USD. Transaction ID is the order number. So Shopify is going to take all of these variables and put it inside this tag and send it over to Google whenever a purchase happens. So this keeps all your data reporting accurate inside your Google Ads account, so that you have a better idea of how your business is truly performing. So again, I'm going to leave this entire code down below so that you can just change whatever variables you need to change so that you have the code set up the right way. Once you're done, just click on save, and then you can click on next right here, and that's pretty much it. So your conversion action is now set inside Google Ads. It's also set up inside your Shopify store, and both of those are now connected. Now this is of course tracking status is unverified because no purchase has come in yet. Once purchases start to come in, then it's going to be verified. And now let's come to the juicy part, how to actually run these Google Shopping ads. Now I'm going to divide this entire strategy into 3 phases. Now these are 3 simple phases. It does take a little while to actually get a grasp of things. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to my voice and what I'm showing you. So the 3 phases are testing, optimizing, and scaling. So we start off with testing, and this is going to be something we're going to do right now. Now inside testing, there are 2 circles. One is AIO and one is PBC. I'll explain both of these to you in just a bit. In optimizing, you want to exclude, negate, enhance, and change. And finally in scaling, you want to launch SPC as well as IAD. So what do these all mean? I know you're getting confused right now. Don't worry, as this video progresses, every single thing is going to become clearer. So let's move on to the phase 1, which is testing. And inside phase 1, what you want to do is create an AIO campaign, which is going to be an all-in-one campaign. So what this basically means is all your products are going to go inside one campaign, and this is going to be our testing campaign, which lets us figure out what our small, decent, and blockbuster winners are for Google Shopping ads. Now this is the campaign that will continuously keep on running, and what you want to do is you want to keep excluding products from this, the ones that are not performing and are not profitable for you, and you want to keep adding new products to this. So the way this works is because your campaign is synced with the Google Shopping feed, so whenever you add new products, they're automatically going to come inside this campaign. So all of that happens automatically, and you'll have more data as you keep spending more money. So it's an automated process, pretty awesome. So let's get cracking, and let me explain you how this AIO campaign is actually set up. So let's go inside our Google Ads account again, and I'm going to click on the campaigns tab right now. So now I'm inside the campaigns tab. As you can see, this is like there is no activity on this. This is a fresh new ad account. I just set this up right now. All time, even if you do this, this was just set up today. So I'm going to click on plus and I'm going to create a new campaign. And the goal of this campaign is going to be sales. And how are we going to get sales inside the campaign type? We're going to select shopping. And now, as you can see, there are no linked accounts. And why is that? Because our merchant center has not been linked to our Google Ads account. So let's correct that right now. So we are inside our Google Ads dashboard. If I go inside the campaigns tab, you'll see here that we haven't run any campaign whatsoever. This is absolutely fresh account, all-time data. This was just created today. Now, before we run any campaigns, the first thing we need to do is link our merchant center account with our Google Ads account. In order to do that, we go inside Google Merchant Center, click on these three little bars that come up, click on account linking, and from here, as you can see, it has picked up the Google Ads customer ID. We want to make sure we click on the link icon so that it's linked. And there we go, it has been linked. Now we can go inside the Google Ads dashboard, click inside tools, click on linked accounts, and then scroll down to Google Merchant Center, click on details. And as you can see, the Merchant Center account is showing as linked. We can actually unlink this right now, but we don't want to do that. So that's pretty much it. Let's go to our dashboard and we are now ready to start creating our first all-in-one campaign. So let's click on plus, click on new campaign, and then the objective is going to be sales and the campaign type is going to be shopping. From here, it's picked up our Google Merchant account and the country is going to be United States for now. You can, of course, create new campaigns targeting different countries as long as you have the shipping settings set inside the Merchant Center. So it's not going to be a smart shopping campaign right now. We're going to come to that in the scaling part. We want to start off with a standard shopping campaign. Let's click on continue. For the campaign name, I'm just going to call this AIO US. That's pretty much it. Now, this is the important part here. Now let's go through each of these settings one by one. Inside inventory filter, we want to set up no filter. We want to advertise all products. We don't want any local products, no campaign URL options. Now this is the important part, bidding strategy. What's going to be your bidding strategy? Now as you can see, there are primarily 4 types of bidding strategies. Manual CPC is when you give a manual cost per click to Google. Google will not bid higher than that amount to show your ad. Enhanced CPC is when Google enhances your cost per click based on the intent of the searcher. So if Google thinks that a person searching a particular keyword is more likely to buy, then it's going to adjust the bid accordingly, right? We don't want to start off with enhanced CPC right now. All we want is maximize clicks. We won't even do target ROAS because Google does not have any data right now. When Google starts getting data about our products, our winners, our sales, then we can move on to things like enhanced CPC as well as target ROAS. For now, we just want to maximize our clicks so that we get as much clicks as possible. So we want no limit set up on the CPC bid limit here, and then we want to keep a budget. Now, this is important. What you want to do is make sure your budget is a minimum of $2 per product. In our case, because we have about 35 products being added to this feed right now, so we want to make sure our budget is $70. That's a minimum we're going to go with. If you're starting out with 10 products, your budget is going to be $20. So here we go, $20 budget has been set up. Delivery method is going to be standard. Campaign priority comes in importance when we are running multiple campaigns for the same product. So let's say we have another campaign where a same product is being advertised. So then we want to set up a campaign priority, which will tell Google which ad from which campaign needs to be served at which priority. So we want to keep this at low for now. The all-in-one campaign is going to be the lowest priority. The networks is going to include the search network. The devices will be selected all by default. Our location is United States. The start and end dates are default. Let's click on save and continue. And here we're not going to do showcase shopping. We're just going to do product shopping. We're just going to call the ad group AIO, and that's pretty much it. Let's click on save. There you go. The product group has been created. It has all products. Now this product group doesn't have any submitted products because the Merchant Center is still syncing up with the Google Shopping feed. Now once the Google Shopping feed and Merchant Center are in sync, once the products are submitted and approved, they're going to come up inside all products, and then our ads are going to be shown. Wasn't this easy? Now remember, this is a step-by-step approach, so you don't want to miss anything. If you have missed out any part that I've taught before, you can of course rewind, go back, and then start following as I explained. It's now been 12 days since I launched my first AIO campaign and submitted my products to the Google Shopping feed. to the Google Merchant Center. But a lot has happened in these past 12 days. So let's get started. The first thing that's very important is dealing with products not getting approved inside the Merchant Center, which is a common problem that a lot of people face. Even I face that issue. As you can see right here, a lot of my products, in fact, all of my products were pending for several days. I launched it on March 26th. It was pending up till April 1st. So it was over 4 or 5 days that these products were pending. So how did I get these approved? Because as you see right here, on April 1st, these did get approved. So how did I get my products approved? Well, I got on a live chat with them because another thing happened. My Merchant Center account actually got suspended. So if that has happened with you, or if you face that issue in the future, here's one thing you need to do in order to make sure that you don't face suspension. What Google recommends is that you need to have 2 out of these 3 things inside your website. The first is your phone number, the second is your email address, and the third is the physical business address. So you need to have at least 2 out of these 3 listed on your store. So it needs to be public, it needs to be on the contact page, maybe your header or footer. So what I've done is I actually got myself a phone number from grasshopper.com, set up a sort of custom voicemail message that basically says whoever calls that phone number, it's basically like, if you need any help or need any help regarding your tracking or regarding the products, just send us an email to support@domain.com, right? That's basically what it says. So once I launched that phone number, I added it to the header and footer of the store, then got on a live chat with them regarding the suspension that had happened on my Merchant Center account. They looked at the account, they activated it. Then what I did, I actually got on a call with them, and then I told them that my products were pending for more than 3 business days. What Google says is that it needs at least 3 business days in order to approve your Merchant Center products. So if it's been over 3 business days and your products are still not approved, then you want to get on a phone call with them. So how do you do that? Well, you go inside the Merchant Center account and then you click on help right here. And then as you can see, these help articles come up, and they also have the contact us options, which has phone. Live chat is not active right now, but maybe it will be active in a bit. But basically you can contact them, get on a call with them, explain to them what's your store all about, and then they're going to just put you on hold for a while. They're going to check out what's happened. Within a few hours, my products got approved. I hope yours do too. So now I'm going to talk to you about what actually happened inside the ads that I ran. So as you see right here, this is the test campaign that I had run, and this is the all-in-one ad group. Inside here, you'll see a lot of subdivisions made. Now, what are these all about? I'll explain that in a bit. But what Google Shopping is all about is looking at data, looking at numbers, and taking decisions that matter and that make your business profitable. It's a lot about excluding bad keywords, excluding bad products that are not profitable for you, that are spending money and just wasting your money, so that your budget is actually spent on products and on keywords that are actually getting you profit. So how does all of this play out? Let me explain to you. The first thing you want to look at is a global negative keywords list. So what you want to do is go to tools and then go inside negative keyword lists. As you see, I've created a global negative keywords list here. Now, what are global negative keywords? Why do you want them? Well, think about this. If somebody is searching for, let's say, how to shave my legs, all right, and let's say you have a waxing kind of a product, or let's say you have a shaver that you're selling. If somebody is searching for how to shave my legs or how to use XYZ product, they either have already bought the product or they're just looking for information. They're not really looking to buy a particular product. They might be, but chances are they aren't. So what you want to do is you want to add a bunch of keywords that are not really purchase intent or buy intent keywords. Also keywords like Amazon or some other brand name that is not really your product but related to your product, but it's a brand name that is popular, so people are searching that particular brand name. So when people do search those brand names, they're more likely to buy the product from that particular brand instead from your store, right? We don't want that. Also, people are searching for keywords like Amazon or CVS or Walmart or eBay. They're more looking to buy products from those stores than your store. So you want to exclude all of those particular keywords, and you basically do that by adding these keywords to a negative keywords list. As you see, I have added a lot of keywords in my negative keywords list. Things like Wish, Wikipedia, why, who, where, when, what, URL, torrent, search, return, refunds, Reddit, you've got pictures, you've got phone, you've got info, how to, how do, how much. So all of these are negative keyword lists. All these are negative keywords that I added inside my global negative keywords list. And all I do is add this global negative keywords list inside my campaign. So how does that play out? Well, let me go inside my campaign and show you. Go inside your campaign, go inside keywords, and then inside negative keywords, just click on plus, select use negative keywords list, select your list, and then click on save. As you see, I've already added my global negative keywords list right here. Now, what you want to do is you want to go inside your search terms and you want to analyze keywords that are not working for you. But before we do that, I want to talk about some keywords that actually spend a whole lot of money, put a hole in your pocket, and don't really give you any sort of results. What am I talking about? When you use the maximize clicks bidding strategy or enhanced CPC or manual CPC, so what happens is you're able to set a max CPC bid limit. Because we didn't set that, all right, rookie mistake. Because we didn't set that, what Google ended up doing was it ended up spending a lot of budget, a lot of money on some keywords that were super expensive, but didn't really get me any results. And what am I talking about? If I go inside search terms here, you'll see all these particular keywords here. So let me sort by average CPC. And as you see here, this particular keyword has an average cost per click of $23.53. How can you make profit by selling, let's say, a $30 product if your cost per click is $23.53? You cannot. You probably cannot, even if your product is, like, let's say, $200. If your product is $10,000, then there's a chance, but even then there's no guarantee. But what you want to do is you want to exclude all of these keywords that are spending a lot of money by having super high cost per clicks. We don't want that, right? So as you see here, I have keywords that have spent like $18 cost per click, $15 cost per click. The easiest way to actually remove all of this hassle is by going inside your campaign, going inside your settings, and then going to the bidding strategy here, set a maximum CPC bid limit. I set it to $1.5 because I noticed once I had data that all of the products, all of the keywords that were actually getting me sales were actually costing me anywhere between 60 cents to $1.20, $1.30. So I set a max CPC bid limit of $1.50. That's the max I'm willing to pay for a click. Beyond that, I know there's a very little chance I'll be profitable, so there's no point spending money. This will of course depend on the margins that you have. Let's say you have a $200 margin on your product after sourcing, so you can afford to spend $2, $3 a click even. So you can actually set a higher CPC bid limit. But for low ticket items, you don't want to spend more than $1 or $1.50 per click. So let's move on to the next step, which is actually negating keywords and negating bad keywords that are spending money but not really getting you results. So let's look at keywords. Again, go to search terms. And as you see right here, I've actually excluded a bunch of keywords that were spending money but not getting any results. And the way to do that is basically you select a particular keyword here and click on add as negative keyword. It will be excluded. It won't be shown inside. Your ads won't be shown for that particular keyword in the search results. And that is awesome because you don't want to spend money on keywords that aren't generating you profit. But how do you determine that? How do you know whether a keyword is profitable for you or not, whether you want to exclude it or not? I have a simple formula. You basically determine your product margin. Right? So that's basically your profit margin just on sourcing. So if you're sourcing a product for $5, you're selling it for $20, your margin is $15. So the maximum you let a keyword of that particular product spend is $15. If it doesn't get you a sale, even after spending $15, you're going to close it. So based on the profit margin, you're going to look at the data and then exclude all the keywords that aren't profitable for you. You can actually be more aggressive. Let's say you spend only $10 and your margin is $15. And if a keyword is spent, let's say $10, and you decide, not really working, I want a higher margin, profit margin than this, you can actually exclude at that point also. So as I told you earlier, it's all about excluding keywords, excluding products that are not profitable for you, so that you're left with only the keywords that are profitable for you. You're only left with the products that are profitable for you. That is the entire game. So the question is, how do you exclude products now? Because you might have products that are not really working for you even after you exclude certain keywords. So in order to exclude products, let's say there's a product that has actually, you have optimized it, it's still not profitable. It is getting you sales, but it's just not profitable for you. You've even added exclusion keywords, but still you're not able to actually get the ROAS you want. So what you want to do is you want to remove that product so that your budget is spent on other products inside that particular ad group. So you go inside your product groups right here. And as you see here, when you start off your campaign, it's going to start off with just all products, right? All your products inside one particular product group. What you want to do is create a subdivision of products that you want to exclude and then basically exclude them. How do you do that? You click on edit right here, and then you're going to see a list of all the products that you have. So what you can do is you can subdivide all products by item ID, right? So there's a lot of subdivisions you can do. I'll be coming to that in a bit, but what you want to do is focus on item ID right now, right? When you do that, you're going to see a list of all your variants, all your products right here inside this sweet little list, and then you're going to basically check all the products that you want to exclude, and then you're going to save without editing bids, right? In this case, I've actually excluded all the products that weren't really profitable for me, and in order to sort and filter, if you have a lot of products, you can actually sort by average cost per click, ascending, descending, clicks, CTR, all these awesome data, so that you are able to exclude products properly. So save without editing bids right here. When you do that, what's going to happen is it's going to create this subdivision where it has all the products that you just selected and everything else in all products, right? So what you're going to do then is select all the products, these products that you want to exclude, and then you basically exclude them by clicking on edit and then exclude. So when you do that, your ads won't be shown for those particular products, but as you see, everything else in all products is green, right? So this will be green. This is going to be your test campaign. In the future, when you, let's say, find another product, you again click on the edit subdivision in all products, add that product to this list, exclude it, and then all the other products will be everything else inside all products, and that will be active. So this is the way you're able to exclude a lot of products, and you're able to only focus on products that are generating you profit. Now, as you see here in the phase 1 testing, I've actually mentioned that the alternative to putting all your products inside one particular campaign is to actually create multiple price-based campaigns. This is more for people who have, let's say, 200, 300 products, and you want to divide your products based on price and create test campaigns based on price. So how does this all play out? Well, you create a standard campaign like I just told you, your AIO campaign, and then what you want to do is do the ad subdivision by custom label. So how would you go about actually creating these price-based campaigns? Well, the easy way to do that is create the standard AIO campaign that I just told you, but what you want to do is create subdivisions, and the basis of subdivisions will be your profit margin. So what you want to do is take the products within, let's say, a profit margin of $10, create a campaign with just those products, create another subdivision, another campaign with products that are priced, that have a profit margin of, let's say, between $10 to $20, place them in another campaign. So what you're doing is basically segregating your products based on the profit margin you have. It makes your life much more easier when you're actually looking at data, because for that particular campaign, you know that your profit margin, let's say $20. So you know that how much you can spend, what your average CPC should be, and all of that control that you have over your shopping campaign. So how are you able to create all of this? How can you segregate your products based on profit margin? Well, the way to do that is again by using the Google shopping feed, right? So let's say you want to select this product, and this product, and these are, let's say, have a profit margin of $10, right? So you want to click on do edits in bulk, and then you want to assign custom label 0. And in this, you'll basically assign a custom label 0, which is going to be a $10 profit margin. Then you'll select the other products, assign custom label 1, and that is going to be, let's say, between $10 to $20 profit margin, and so on and so forth. And then what you will do is create your shopping campaign and then create a subdivision, as I showed you earlier, but not based on item ID, but based on custom labels, right? So you'll select the custom label 0, select all these products, and then you'll advertise only those products, exclude everything else in all products, that particular thing. So you're only advertising to all the products inside custom label 0 inside a particular test campaign, another campaign with products inside custom label 1, so on and so forth. So this is how you're able to create price-based campaigns. This gives you more control over your bidding, over managing your campaign. This is especially for those people who have a lot of products to deal with. So as I was explaining to you right now, what I've been doing is explaining to you the phase 2, which is optimizing. And in optimizing, as I mentioned earlier, you want to basically exclude products that are not profitable. You want to negate unprofitable keywords, both of which that I've showed you. And you want to analyze search loss data. So what does this basically mean? So when you're running a lot of campaigns, you of course have a lot more data to deal with, but let me show you what I mean by search loss. cost. So if I go inside my all campaigns, inside the campaigns tab here, you'll see here 2 columns that have come up. And the way you can bring those columns is by clicking on modify columns, and then you can actually go to competitive metrics, and then select search lost IS rank, search lost IS budget. So what do these two mean? Well, search lost IS is your, especially for rank, determines that the percentage of times your ad wasn't shown because your ad rank wasn't good enough. So if it is, let's say 50, 60%, so you know that you have to improve your ad rank in order to actually get your ad to show up. The other aspect is search lost IS budget. Now, if that is, let's say 60, 70%, so you know that you can actually scale up your campaign based on budget, because this basically means your ad was not shown because you had a low budget. So if you had only gotten a higher budget, so you could have gotten 50, 60% more clicks or more views or more impressions basically. So how do you actually improve your rank, and what does the rank actually mean? So the budget part is pretty clear, right? If you have a high search lost IS budget, so you basically want to increase your budget so that you get more impressions. But you have a very high search lost IS rank, then what you want to do is improve your price, your image, your description, basically add these changes inside your product so that you're more keyword oriented, your SEO is better so that Google is able to categorize your website in a much better way. Your click-through rate improves because let's say you have a lower cost, you're lower price listed. Let's say you have a better image that's performing for you with a higher click-through rate. And when you have that, so it's all going to affect your rank. And your rank is a factor of a lot of different things. Like, you know how Google has a ranking mechanism for showing results in this organic search listings. The same way they have got a ranking mechanism for showing ads inside the Google shopping list here, inside the search results. So you want to improve that, which brings me to this particular point is the optimizing point is you want to improve your image, price, title, description. And it is in that order, right? Because the first thing that people see when they're searching for a particular product is that image, right, that comes up. So if all the listings there have a very similar kind of image, you won't stand out. So if you can have a different sort of an image that comes up, something that's, that stands out, professional, yet still stands out, that actually helps you get more clicks. The second thing you want to improve is your price. If you can lower down your price, that will actually help you get more clicks, because people will be more inclined to click on a product that's, let's say, $11 while all the other listings are, let's say, $15, right? So if you can reduce the price while still retaining a good profit margin, that is something that should be done. The third thing you want to improve upon is the title. And this, what you can do is actually look at the keywords. All right, go inside your campaign, go inside the search terms that I showed you earlier. Look at all the profitable keywords that you have. You want to incorporate those select keywords inside your title and description. All right. So if you have a particular keyword that is not inside your title, but is actually getting searched a lot and actually is getting you sales profitably, you want to include that keyword inside your title also, so that your rank improves for that particular keyword also and gets you lower cost per clicks. And of course, the next part to optimize is your description. You want to include those particular keywords. You want to include all the keywords that are actually getting you sales inside your description. Make it proper, make it better, make it convert better. So after you've done this optimization, of course, you want to focus on enhancing your bids or your budget. Now, how do you enhance your bids? You basically increase your max cost per click, or you basically increase your budget if you want to, spend more money on that particular campaign. Now, if you were using, let's say, enhanced CPC or target ROAS or all the other kind of bidding methods, then it would be a different sort of approach in order to edit your bids. But let's say, for example, I want to just show you a quick example of how you can edit your bids. The way you do that is, let's say you go to devices inside your campaign, right? You see your mobile phones, computers, and tablets. What I ended up, if you end up realizing, like, let's say computers are not really performing well for you and they're not really converting well for you, or the cost per conversion is super high. So you want to actually set up a bid adjustment, decrease the bid on computers to, let's say, by 50% or 40%, so that your bid is lower there, so that a lower percentage of your budget is actually spent on computers and spent higher on, let's say, mobile phones, which is, let's say, converting better for you, right? So this is how you're able to edit your bids. But when you actually do, let's say, manual CPCs, you have more control over your bids on particular, like, products that you want to bid on, right? So you can actually set particular bid limits on particular products, and then you can actually optimize your bidding based off of whether a product has, let's say, a $10 profit margin. So you want to bid 50 cent cost per click, max cost per click. So in that order, you can actually set up your bids properly. And the second thing you can do is, of course, edit your budget, increase your budget so that you have more impression share and more impressions and more sales. But of course, that is limited to the number of searches. You can't go like $50,000 budget if like 100 people are searching for that particular keyword, right? So this is how you're able to optimize. And finally, what you want to do is you want to shift your profitable products. You want to take a bunch of products that are actually profitable for you. Let's say you found out like 10 different products that are profitable for you. Create a new campaign, all right? The same way we created the AIO campaign, by adding a subdivision and only adding the products that are profitable for you in that particular campaign. So let's say you have 10 profitable products for you. So you want to create a new campaign and you want to give that a campaign priority of medium, not low, medium, and then you want to use the enhanced CPC or the target ROAS mechanism. Now, how do you do like a target ROAS mechanism? What I do recommend is using the enhanced CPC bidding strategy when you're doing like shifting all your profitable products into one campaign. When you're doing the third phase, which is going to be scaling, when you're launching SPCs, that is when we're going to focus heavily on target ROAS also. So let's move on to scaling, because that's probably what you've been waiting for. So phase 3, scaling. Welcome to scaling, a super easy method of actually scaling your ads and getting better results with your Google Shopping campaigns. What you want to do is take your highest profitable products, take them one by one, create single product campaigns or SPCs, and then basically let them run and let them spend money. What this does is that this allows you to have a better control over your product, better control over your bids, better control over your keywords, and then you can actually set up a proper profitable campaign that way. An example to show you right here would be this particular SPC that I created. I use the maximize clicks method for this particular SPC also, but I can actually change that. In fact, I want to change that in front of you as well. So I did it just to test, just to see if creating a new SPC actually got results. And as you see, the cost per conversion is actually lower than what I have inside my AIO campaign. So what I want to do right now is change the bidding strategy from maximize clicks to enhance CPC. So the way to do that is basically I go inside this particular campaign, go inside settings, and then I'm just going to click on bidding and then change the bid strategy from maximize clicks to enhance CPC, and then basically click on save. Now, when we use an enhanced CPC strategy, we want to create a new portfolio strategy. We just call this default for now, and then we just click on save, and that's pretty much it. So now my budget will be spent on enhanced CPC rather than maximize clicks method. Now, once you've gotten enough sales, once you've gotten, let's say 50, 60 sales of a particular product, you can actually shift to target ROAS, because you will know what your return on ad spend has been. You'll have spent money, so you'll know, let's say your return on ad spend is 3. So you can actually shift your bidding strategy from eCPC to target ROAS, which is going to be in this case 300. So you want to keep your target ROAS the same as what you've been getting in the past, and that in that way your budget is spent more effectively and gets you better results also. So if you want to actually get great results with your SPCs, you want to follow phase 2 on your SPCs also. So remember all this optimization based on keywords, based on exclusions, and based on bidding and search loss, impression share, rank, and budget. So all of these optimizations that I told you about, you want to follow that same approach on your SPC also. Right? Once you start doing that, you want to exclude all the unprofitable keywords so that your campaign starts getting more and more profitable. Listen, it's a game of buying data. The more data you buy, the better you know which keywords are profitable for you, which keywords are unprofitable for you, and that is how you're able to create a profitable business that way. But after you've done all the optimization, let's say you want to get even better results. So then we want to move on to the next step, which is integrate and dominate. The IAD method. And the IAD method is actually a fancy name basically of pretty much doing everything you possibly can around your winning product. Now remember, with Google Shopping, you don't have like one winning product. Ever since I've been running these Google Shopping test ads, I've actually gotten sales on 5 different products, right? So even though there's been like a couple of products that have gotten sales consistently, there's also some products that have spent a very little amount of money and gotten huge results. An example would be a product that actually spent only $1.50 and got me sales worth $120. Somebody actually bought products worth $120 and they just clicked on one of my ads and then bought their product. So the ROAS was insane there. It was, of course, lucky, but that's what happens. You have sales of a lot of different products happening. So you have multiple winners that have multiple small winners, multiple decent winners, maybe one or two blockbuster winners, who knows. Right? But what you want to do is you want to follow the integration and domination, the IAD procedure. Once you find out that you have a winning product, whether it's a small or a decent winner, doesn't matter. You want to follow the IAD approach. What you want to do is create a display retargeting ad set for your profitable products, right? So how do you display retargeting? You just create a new campaign inside AdWords and you basically put up banners of that particular product here. Google has these responsive ads and then Google shows retargeting ads. So what is the integration and domination approach? Well, the IAD approach is to basically market that particular winning product everywhere you possibly can and squeeze your return on investment, right? So what you want to do is create display retargeting ads. What Google allows is to create like retargeting ads based on the products you have, based on the images you already have. You need to create like specific ads for it. You can just create a new ad. It's going to be a display ad and it's going to be only shown to people who have already visited your product pages. So how does Google Ads actually know who bought your product, who visited your page and all of that good stuff? Well, using the pixel, right? So you've actually installed the tracking code. So Google actually knows all of this data. So how do you find that out? You go to tools and then go inside Audience Manager. And as you see here, you'll come up to this page where you can see all your AdWords lists here. AdWords automatically creates all these lists for you, which is all converters, people who converted on your site, all visitors, people who visited pages. And you can actually create specific audiences by clicking on plus, and you can create a website visitor list where people visited specific product pages, right? You can give the audience a name. Your visitors of a page, URL contains, let's say whatever your product page URL contains, create that audience, and then you can actually advertise specifically to those particular people by creating a display retargeting ad. Another thing you want to do is create a search campaign for your most profitable keywords. So by now you will probably already know which are the most profitable keywords for you for that particular product, right? Because you've been running the ad, you've been running the SPC, so you know what are your most profitable keywords. You want to create a new campaign, but this is going to be a search campaign, which is basically a search ad where you'll target just those profitable keywords, and then you'll have those profitable keywords in your search title, in your search description, so all of that good stuff, so that you get sales using Google search, not just Google Shopping. The other thing you want to do is make sure that you, of course, have your Facebook pixel installed. If you don't have that, do not start Google Shopping without having a Facebook pixel installed. Make sure you have both the Google and Facebook pixels installed on your store. But because you've already installed that and all of the data is being captured by Facebook also, right? So all the visitors that you drive with Google is also being tracked with Facebook. So Facebook knows all the people who visited which pages on your site. So you can actually create audiences inside your Facebook custom audiences section, and then you can retarget people with a unique ad or with a carousel or something and show that particular product to people inside Facebook also, not just on Google, right? So when a person visits your product page, especially if it's a profitable product for you, and they leave without buying, you're retargeting them on Google, you're retargeting them on Facebook, and you're trying to close the sale as profitably as possible, right? So that actually helps you get much better results. So this is the IAD approach once you actually start getting results. I hope I've been able to give you a lot of ideas on how Google Shopping plays a major role in your e-com store. But remember guys, it's not just about Google Shopping. Use Facebook, use Google search, use the display retargeting thing. If you use all these amazing marketing tools out there, you can create a very, very profitable business for yourself. And of course, when you actually have a lot of sales coming in using Google Shopping, the easy way to actually scale using Facebook is to just create lookalike audiences based on all the purchases that you have gotten, and then just start ads. Create a new ad for that product and then just start advertising on Facebook to those lookalikes also, because Facebook already has data for that particular product. So that's it, people. That was the Google Shopping course. How was it? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you share this video, like and subscribe if you aren't already. And if all of this went over your head because you don't understand the basics about e-commerce or conversions or how to set up a store and Facebook ads, I've got a lot of awesome content for you. Check out my 30-day Bizathon series, Bizathon 3 series. If you want advanced dropshipping concepts, I've also got that inside a playlist. Just go to the playlist tab of the Flying Start Online channel, start viewing. I've got a lot of awesome free content for you to watch. Again, thanks for watching. I know it's been a long video, but I hope it was worth it. Until next time. Okay, tata, bye-bye.